name is Dr. Giuseppe Paladini. I'm the founder of Stepping Bricks, and if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel because today we're going to talk about the comfort zone and how this comfort zone stops people from building wealth. Now, first of all, there are 4 different zones. Now, the first one is comfort zone. And why do we love the comfort zone? Well, because it's comfortable, right? Nice, cozy, warm, and we love it. And it's funny because people are more afraid of change than staying in the same position. Even if the position is painful, they still love staying there because they are afraid of the unknown. However, the very first comfort zone, which is the one we build around us, we're not born in the comfort zone. Remember that, okay? We're not born in that. We're born in the growth zone, which is the 4th zone that you need to know. When we're born, we have no idea. We start working when we're not ready. We start talking when we're not ready. So we do things when we're not ready. However, as we grow up and we build our walls and we build our box, then we stay in that box because it's so comfortable. And we think, I need to be ready before I take action. Well, that's the other way around. So here we go. Comfort zone is number 1. Once you exit the comfort zone, then you step into the fear zone. Fear, I mean, the word it says, right? The meaning is there. You're afraid of getting out of the comfort zone, but once you step into the fear zone, suddenly everything is new for you. Now, it's not for the faint-hearted, so it's more for people that want to actually achieve something and they don't want to stay still. So when people step into the fear zone, they suddenly realize that, hey, I thought that the comfort zone was everything I needed, but now it's like everything is new. And the reason why I'm afraid of these things, these new things, is because I'm not used to. But guess what? Once you get used to, that fear will shift to something else, something unknown again. I'll give you an example. Driving a car. You're very fearful when you start driving the car, but once you learn all the things, you drive, and sometimes, maybe now after a few years, you got your driver's license, you go to places and you don't even realize you got there and what street, what way you took, because you do it naturally. So you're not afraid anymore. Same for the bike, riding the bike. At the beginning you were afraid, then as you master it, then you're not afraid anymore. Now, after the fear zone, then you have the learning zone. So we started with the comfort zone, then we have the fear zone, now we have the 3rd zone, which is the learning zone. Here you have acquisitions of new skills. After you surpass that fear zone, you realize that actually this is good, this feels good. This is the grafting part. Okay, so if you're building a business, remember when you're not building a business, you're in the comfort zone, everything like it looks impossible, so you don't step out of the comfort zone and go into the fear zone. But once you step into the fear zone, you suddenly realize, yes, this is possible. And then the learning zone is where you actually take action. You want to learn new skills, you want to start to grow, and personally, professionally, emotionally, because this is important as well. And then the 4th zone is the growth zone. Now this is the final one and is the one where you get the results. Okay, you need to get there, but before you get there, you need to go through the first 3 zones. Now, you might be thinking, yeah, but it's easy for you, right? You know, you're a mindset coach and you can do this and you can do that. Well, no, the reason why I became a business mindset coach is because I was struggling as well, because I was curious about how other people could achieve things that I wanted to achieve and I couldn't. So I started to step out of my comfort zone. I went into the fear zone and then into the learning zone. And then I studied. I've read so many books, did qualifications, etc., to be able to understand the situation and then to get into the growth zone and help other people. That is the actual path to get results. So if you're still in the comfort zone because you think like, oh yeah, but that's not for me, guess what? You're right, it's not for you. But if you're ready to get into the fear zone and then to the learning zone and then to the growth zone, then you're going to get the life that you deserve. And let's be honest, you know you're capable of more. You're just keeping yourself into that box with that ceiling that generally people complain because they think, I didn't choose that ceiling, I didn't choose that limit. Guess what? If you're staying in that box, you're choosing it. So it's time to step out of the box, break out of the box, break out of the comfort zone, and get to the growth zone. It is a bit painful, but it's so rewarding. I hope this video has been useful for you. If you liked, just subscribe, comment below what's stopping you right now, and I'll be able to answer all your questions. My name is Dr. Giuseppe Paladini, founder of Stepping Bricks, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.